Former US President Donald Trump has stirred outrage with his latest remarks on Gaza. His comments have sparked a wave of criticism and concern from various quarters, both domestically and internationally. The situation in Gaza has always been a sensitive and complex issue, and Trump's recent statements have only added fuel to the fire. Speaking on board Air Force One, Trump suggested cleaning out Gaza and relocating its people to Egypt and Jordan, a proposal that has been met with widespread condemnation. The idea of relocating an entire population is not only logistically challenging, but also fraught with ethical and humanitarian concerns. Critics argue that such a move would only exacerbate the already dire situation in the region. Trump described the region as a demolition site, a characterization that many find deeply offensive. Gaza has indeed suffered extensive damage over the years due to ongoing conflicts, but to reduce it to merely a demolition site overlooks the human suffering and resilience of its people. The region is home to millions who have endured unimaginable hardships and continue to strive for a better future. Trump's comments have been condemned by Palestinian groups, who see his proposal as not only impractical, but also as a blatant disregard for their rights and aspirations. The Palestinian leadership has called for international intervention to prevent any such plans from being implemented. They argue that the focus should be on finding a sustainable and just solution to the conflict, rather than resorting to drastic measures that could lead to further displacement and suffering. Palestinian groups have labeled the proposal a war crime and an attempt at ethnic cleansing. These are serious accusations that highlight the gravity of the situation. The term ethnic cleansing evokes memories of some of the darkest chapters in human history, and to hear it in the context of Gaza is deeply troubling. The international community has a responsibility to ensure that such actions are not carried out and that the rights of the Palestinian people are protected. Jordan and Egypt have also rejected the idea, emphasizing their fixed stance against displacement. Both countries have their own challenges and cannot afford to take on the additional burden of a large influx of refugees. Moreover, they have expressed solidarity with the Palestinian cause and have called for a peaceful resolution to the conflict. Their rejection of Trump's proposal underscores the broader regional opposition to such drastic measures. The governments of Egypt and Jordan have issued official statements reiterating their commitment to supporting the Palestinian people and opposing any plans that would lead to their displacement. These statements reflect a broader consensus in the Arab world against Trump's proposal. The region has a long history of supporting the Palestinian cause, and any attempt to undermine this support is likely to be met with strong resistance. For Palestinians, this echoes the catastrophe of 1948, known as the Nakba, when millions were forced to flee their homes. The memory of the Nakba is still fresh in the minds of many Palestinians, and any proposal that threatens to repeat this tragedy is bound to be met with fierce opposition. The Nakba is a defining moment in Palestinian history, and its legacy continues to shape the collective consciousness of the Palestinian people. The Nakba resulted in the displacement of hundreds of thousands of Palestinians, many of whom have never been able to return to their homes. The pain and trauma of this event are still felt today, and any suggestion of further displacement is seen as a continuation of this historical injustice. The international community must recognize the significance of the Nakba and work towards a solution that addresses the root causes of the conflict. Adding to the controversy, Trump announced lifting a ban on 2,000-pound bombs for Israel, despite global concerns about civilian casualties. This decision has been criticized by human rights organizations and activists who argue that it will only lead to more violence and suffering. The use of such powerful weapons in densely populated areas like Gaza raises serious ethical and legal questions. The lifting of the ban has sparked global protests and renewed calls for an arms embargo on Israel. Many believe that providing more weapons to a conflict zone will only escalate the violence and make it harder to achieve peace. The international community must consider the long-term consequences of such decisions and prioritize the protection of civilian lives. Trump's plan has reignited a global debate about the future of Gaza and the broader Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Is this a step toward peace or a recipe for more conflict? The answer to this question is not straightforward, and opinions are deeply divided. Some argue that bold actions are needed to break the deadlock, while others believe that such proposals only serve to deepen the divisions and make a peaceful resolution more elusive. The path to peace in the Middle East is fraught with challenges, and there are no easy solutions. However, it is clear that any proposal must take into account the rights and aspirations of all parties involved. The international community has a crucial role to play in facilitating dialogue and supporting efforts to achieve a just and lasting peace. The stakes are high, and the consequences of failure are dire. This is Master Guide HQ. Share your thoughts below and subscribe for updates on this critical story. The situation in Gaza is complex and evolving, and it is important to stay informed and engaged.